When it comes to fiber grip moves, people often talk about planes and plane control, so in this tutorial I want to give you a brief overview over the planes and the directions and how they are referred to. There are planes all over the place. When you spin your handle around in circles, then these circles also describe planes in the air. And they can be everywhere. They can be vertical, they can be horizontal, and all kinds of angles in between. And all of these angles are good as long as it is your choice. Everything is good if it at least looks as if it was done on purpose. And that is the great challenge. To achieve that and to achieve clean and mesmerizing images, there are 6 main planes that I use the most. And these are 4 vertical and 2 horizontal ones. The vertical ones are the wheel planes on either side of you. So you can imagine your whip is a wheel rolling next to you on either side. The other ones are wall planes, one in front of you, like just a wall you were running into, and there's one wall plane in front of you and another one behind you where you can spin behind your head or down behind your back. And the horizontal ones, there's one at the bottom under your arm and another one at the top above your arm. In all of these planes you have 2 directions, and there are different options how to refer to these directions. One option is to refer to them from the perspective of your own body, and another option is to pick reference points in your surroundings. For wheel plane, referring to your own body is often used forwards and backwards. So imagine you were sitting in a driving car and your spinning whip was wheel of a driving car, then the car would go forwards, or when you spin in the other direction, it would go backwards. Some people refer to forwards as downwards, referring to the half circle in front of you, so the whip is always coming from the top down to the bottom, and for backwards, they would say upwards, because there the half circle is going from your feet up to your head. And there are also some people who call backwards reverse. So there's no really right or wrong there. Just pick what works for you. I usually refer to forwards and backwards. On wall plane, I usually refer to inwards and outwards. I find this easiest to explain with 2 prompts. So for inwards, your whips are spinning from the top down your center line and up on the outside. And if they were rolling wheels, they would roll towards each other and would just crash right in front of you. For outwards, it's the other way around. They're coming always up your center line, down on the outside, and if there were wheels, they would roll away in opposite directions and would pull you apart. You can, of course, also refer to the directions on wall plane as clockwise and counterclockwise. I usually avoid this because for your left and your right hand, clockwise and counterclockwise are different things. When I use my right hand and spin clockwise from my perspective, I'm spinning outwards, and with my left hand clockwise, I'm spinning inwards. So if I explain something in my tutorials, doing it with my left hand and tell you to spin counterclockwise, maybe to get a move like this, and you try it with the right hand spinning counterclockwise, you would end up with something else. So I need to at least add the information which hand I'm using, so that you can switch the direction in terms of clockwise and counterclockwise if you're using the other hand. Clockwise and counterclockwise do make sense if you're using 2 props and spinning them on wall plane in the same direction, because one is spinning outwards, one is spinning inwards, but both of them are going clockwise from my perspective in this case. The second option I mentioned was to refer to the directions by picking reference points in your surroundings. I find this very useful for tutorials because then you don't need to worry about left and right and clockwise and counterclockwise and inwards and outwards. But if I say just use the hand on the peace lily side and spin towards the sofa, and you mirror me and do just the same thing, take this hand and spin to over there, you automatically do the same as I do when I explain it in the video. Picking directions in your surroundings I also find very useful to check if you perform the move properly in the way it was meant to be. Simple example is kind of shoulder reels crossing from front to back, and they are meant always to spin towards the sofa. And if you first try it and end up like this, you did something else. You still have to figure out what it is, but if you're consistent in your directions and say, I'm always spinning down to that side, and you suddenly end up spinning down to that side, you know you messed up somewhere. Picking reference points is also useful to stay oriented when you're turning. There's an extra tutorial out there, what happens to your planes and directions when you're turning. Just a few notes on picking directions and reference points in your surroundings. So when you start turning, and you always want to keep spinning towards the sofa in this case, and it can happen that after a few turns you end up spinning towards the other direction. You know you messed up somewhere. Either you lost your planes and always bent your planes, didn't do full 180 degree turns, or you did a stall somewhere on something else. So for practicing turning, picking reference points and checking in between if you're still spinning towards your reference point can really help to practice turning. So much for today, keep flowing and have fun.